Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's have breakfast. So for breakfast, we have an egg white omelet with Swiss cheese on brioche bread. And I have mixed fruit, pears, green grapes, and purple grapes, and also an iced coffee. I'm switching up to hot coffee really soon. I just want to use up the iced coffee in my fridge. So yeah, let's start eating. I really like brioche bread because it has a hint of sweetness to it. And it makes sandwiches so much better. It's so simple and it's so delicious. I used to not like breakfast. It used to take me a lot to actually get up in time to actually have any type of breakfast. But ever since I decided to start having breakfast, which was about a year ago or so, I've been liking it, especially if I have fruit with it. I feel so much better about it. This coffee is so good. So today is Taylor Swift's birthday. Oh my god. You know, I've always known it's meant to be me being a huge Swiftie. Because she and I, we share the same day and the same year. So I'm having some grapes. We share the same day and the same year. My birthday is August 13th, 1989. And hers is December 13th, 1989. She's 33. Way more successful than I am. But she's amazing. So we're going to do the random question generator again. I think it's just so fun. So I'm going to keep on doing it. But how are you guys doing today? I want to know how your week is going. So I think my hair is growing. For those of you who don't know, or don't watch any of my TikToks, I talk about my hair all the time on my TikTok. I'm trying to grow it again. There are days where I hate it, and then there are days where I absolutely love it. Like right now, I hate it. I'm trying to put in like less product. I'm just trying to maintain it more. I haven't put heat to my hair in so long, and I'm so proud of myself for sticking to that. Because years of having a habit of straightening your hair is really hard to break. Okay, so let's get into these questions. What food do I crave the most? Salad. I could literally eat a salad every day and never get tired. I can make it however I want to make it. I can like have chicken one day and then like tuna another night in my salad. And it's just so good. It's very filling if you like add in the right toppings and stuff. Like avocado, meat. I could not have a salad without egg. That is like a must for me. What's your ideal car? Any car that could last me a few years and get me from point A, point B, and possibly point C. I'm not big into big brands. I'm not big into what's the trend and what everyone else is getting. I really don't care about that. I could really care less. Because what's the point in doing all that to impress other people or impress yourself if you just cannot like afford it? do dishes right away or later? Right away. I mentioned this in a few videos back that when I'm making anything in the kitchen that requires me to use dishes, I wash as I go. It's so much easier. That way when you sit down to eat, you don't have to worry about doing dishes. Especially if you live alone. I mean, if you live alone, okay, you may have a skillet or a pot. Or you just may use the oven for everything. I mean, it's like one plate. What's the last thing you do before going to sleep? I listen to classical piano, or I watch some YouTube videos. Like last night, I listened to Taylor, Fearless, her version. What's more important, truth or love? I think both is important. You have to have truth in order to have love, and without love, I mean, what's the truth? I think you have to be true to yourself. I believe that. Be honest with yourself. I think truth is more important because at the end of the day, you know you can live with yourself. You can go sleep at night. Knowing you've stayed true to yourself. So I think truth is more important. What's the best way to discover new music? I guess figure out what your friends are listening to, or sometimes on Spotify you do like, well, all the time on Spotify actually, you could do like a shuffle of music. But I've listened to the same artists ever since I was little. From the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, even now. What's your favorite city? I don't have one. I don't have one. What's your favorite childhood memory? I don't have one. I really don't. What's something you can't stand? I can't stand people who like to interrupt you when you're like currently talking. The know-it-alls who think they're right all the time. That gets under my skin so much. At work, like the guest does that all the time. When I'm trying to explain something, and then they interrupt me and say something like, I feel like I just want to be my Leo part of me and just growl at them and be like, will you shut up? I'm trying to explain something to you. Can you let me talk? I cannot say that. Well, there's a lot of things I can't stand, but that's like something that really, really gets under my skin. Okay, when you fly, do you prefer to arrive at the airport extra early or get there just in the nick of time? Why? Extra early, my God. Especially with my anxiety. Extra early. Because you just never know what's going on at the airport. How many are flying? Is it going to be crowded? Is it going to be very busy? The process of going through security and the baggage and everything. It's like, I'd rather just like go early, get through all that, and then just like sit for like 3 hours or whatever, how long. Knowing that the only thing I have to do is for you to board the plane. And if there's any complications that come up, you have the extra time to get it right without having to rush. Are you thinking of ways to save money? I mean, yeah. I feel like the more you save money, the more like things just suddenly pop up to where you have to like use that money. It's like the more you save, the more things that just like, if you like say $400 a month and then your car breaks down and like that freaking engine is like what, 600? It's good to save. I just feel like whenever I try to save, something always happens. Something always comes out. And it's like so annoying. How at peace are you with yourself? Explain. I'm not. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not at peace with myself. There's a lot of things I have to, and is currently working on. I do have insecurities. I have a negative mindset. I hate my anxiety. I hate my depression. I hate everything about me because I feel like, why is it that I make everything so complicated when it doesn't have to be? This is me being transparent. I know it sounds bad, but the truth isn't always a positive thing. So, I'm not. Does it apply to me? I think it takes a lot of guts for someone to admit that they're not okay. They have a lot to work on. And then they're not happy. How will you and your spouse respond to an unplanned or unwanted pregnancy? Okay, not a spouse, but when me and my ex were still together, the way I found out that I was pregnant, I was like, I was not happy, but I wasn't mad. I was just more shocked and more kind of disappointed in myself because I knew I always wanted a child, but I wanted to wait. So, as I came into terms of what was going on, what was happening, started to feel more good about it. But then I started to, take it for what it is. I think my ex was happy. He didn't really show a lot of emotions, but he wasn't mad or disappointed or angry or that, but he was just like going with it. When you have nothing pressing, where does your mind drift? Everywhere. I constantly say in my own little world. The future. Even though it's bad to look in the future because it's something that hasn't happened yet, I still think about the future a lot. Over the last 5 years, how do you think you have changed for the worse, the better? For the worse, I overthink a lot, which sends me into a spiraling depression. I stopped trusting people. I stopped letting people in. I stopped being vulnerable. I just pretty much closed myself off. And for the better, I'm more aware of people, how they act. I'm more aware of who is for me and who is not for me. I'm putting my peace first. And I have this I don't give a shit sort of mentality. Like, I don't care. Not in a bad way, but like, I don't let everything affect me. I don't care about what people think about me. I don't care what people say. I just don't care. We all have our lives to live. We're not put on this earth to please other people. It's like, I used to care a lot what people thought about me. Only because I just didn't know where I fit in life. Like, in my surroundings. I still don't know. But at this point in my life, in my age, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion. What's fact is fact. You know what I mean? Okay, for the last question. Does not apply to me. Okay, this is, what's your favorite clothing store? God, I have many. Which is so bad. Currently, at this point in time, I'm loving Marshalls. Marshalls has some cute clothes. And they're so affordable. There's only one time I actually went in and didn't really find anything. Only because I really wasn't looking for anything. I was just like seeing what they had. But majority of the time, I always come out with a shirt or a pair of pants or shorts, depending on the season. So I love Marshalls. Would you rather be unique or normal? Unique. Normal's boring. I tell people all the time, even my coworkers that I talk to at work, I always say I'm weird. Like, and I am. I'm weird. I'm not for everybody. I don't expect people to accept me as like I'm not required to accept other people. People are themselves. People are them. Like you are you and I am me. Who are we to change each other, you know? I used to think that I was like weird in a bad way because I felt like people just didn't care to be around me. But I like being unique. That means that if I were to meet someone or whatever and I just be my authentic self and they like it, they love it, they're all for it, then I know they like me for me. These are the Korean pears. And they're so good. Is it possible to live a normal life and not ever tell a lie? No. Not possible whatsoever because we're humans. Big lies, small lies, you know. It just depends on the lie though. Some people on their resume. But I don't think it's impossible. What's unforgivable to you? Cheating. Going behind someone's back to be conniving and manipulative. Most things are forgivable, but like those things, huge no. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for joining me for breakfast and I'll see you guys next time.